Hello, everyone. Welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, and I am here with this week's Moonday Oracle Message. This is going to be a message for the collective for the week of May 18th, 2020, and that is for everyone who finds themselves here. Again, the message is for the collective, so anybody who does find themselves here, I do set the intention that you are actually hearing this message in divine timing. So it does not matter if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on replay months from now, years from now. There's a message within today's information that comes through that you most need to hear at that exact time. All right. So before I really get into further of what this message will be all about today or how it works, I'm going to just take a moment to allow people to connect while I share onto my actual, my other page, letting everybody know that I'm live. Hey, Lena. Welcome. I see that there's 5 people tuning in, but I can only see 1. So just if you want to drop a comment, let me know that you're here, then I can acknowledge you. Okay. Hi, Annie. It's probably a delay. That's not unsurprising. As soon as I can. Hello, Amber. Hello, Flo. Welcome. Okay. Yes, how have you been? I know you took a little Facebook hiatus. Welcome back, my dear. Okay. So one last share. Hello, beautiful Bree. Welcome. How is everybody doing? How has your day been so far? It's been rather interesting for me, as you can see, by my very late arrival here. Okay, I think that's done for me. So let me know, can you hear me and see me okay? Just want to make sure before I really start talking. Should have made a list of everything I need to talk about today, but I did not do that. I'm not one for lists or writing things down. Oh, thank you, Bree. I appreciate that. Okay, well, if anybody has any issues at any time hearing or seeing, please just let me know. I'm going to get into it. So, hi, Tammy. Welcome, lovely. I'm glad you were able to make it. I am very late this evening, but really, are we ever late? No, divine timing. But I will tell you that, so it's been an interesting day. My husband actually told me that at work today, he takes care of like all of the company's technology and servers and all that techie stuff. And he told me today that their website was actually hacked and lost information that for like 2 years worth of information, which is just mind-boggling and awful. But lo and behold, just before, about an hour before I was getting ready to go live this evening, I actually happened to check my emails for oracles, and sure enough, our QuickBooks account was actually hacked last night. And somebody got in, they tried to set up a direct deposit, like tried to add multiple users, sent out like multiple things with our actual email address. Like it was intense. Thank goodness I seen it pretty quickly and was able to get QuickBooks right away, which is surprising right now with how long wait times are for everything customer service. And I was actually able to get it taken care of right away, thank goodness. So just want to give a heads up to everybody. Just there's some, well, I've heard that it's been really crazy with this whole COVID-19 being, lots of people are now doing a lot of work in business online. Just want to tell everybody, just check your, cross your T's and dot your I's and just make sure your stuff is okay. Check your bank accounts, like no fear or anything like that. But, I don't check the Oracle's email that frequently, at least once a day, I would say. So just so happened I was checking it and I saw that. So yeah, and that's twice in one day with my hours, which is a completely separate business than the company my husband works for. So yeah, just check it out. I know Mercury is the ruler of technology, but I think if I'm not mistaken, Mercury is also connected to Gemini, and Gemini is just where our getting ready to sun just move into Gemini. So it's definitely rules over communication, and so communication may be not just speaking communication, technical communication, the communication processes. So yeah, just be mindful, everybody. Something great way to start off the week, but we're okay. So I'm going to take it. Hi, Kim. Hello, beautiful Katrina. Hi, Karen. Welcome. All right. So I'm very delayed this evening, so I'm going to get into it and I'm going to move a little quickly so we can get into the actual messages. So, news and announcements. So everybody, well, most of you know, and those of you who are new to my page do not, so I will break it down. Welcome and thank you for being here with me every Monday, as long as divine timing allows. I do try to be live here to bring forth a positive message of guidance for the collective, so all of us, and what we most need to know for the energy of the week. That gives us a bit of a heads up as to how we can roll with the flow of the energy. Having the awareness is really power, and it does help us to acknowledge and understand what's going on versus being in the dark and then trying to move against the flow of energy, which just creates discord and chaos. So this is really a positive insight, I guess you could say, or universal advice to assist us energetically. It is a message for the week of May 18th, 2020, for those of you watching this back on replay. And this will align and resonate with everyone watching in whatever time you're watching it. Again, as I said earlier, it does not matter. Also, these are not personal private readings that I'm doing here. Well, not private, I shouldn't say, but personal readings. Sometimes people go live and they offer readings for everybody that's tuning in. This is not that. I do offer personal readings privately. And if you are interested in setting up a reading with me, you can do that and just message me and we will go over, the fees and the different options that there are. But I also have a sister business called Oracles of the Light, as well as Magical Me. And my sisters, Karen and Lindsay, we all three of us work together, and we offer a range of services remotely right now at this time. So readings are able to be done, as you see, remotely, and we do offer those. And we do also offer distance and remote healing sessions at this time. That's energy healing sessions. So because of the current circumstances with COVID-19 and people being home and out of work and things, we actually still have a special running up until the end of May that all our remote services are drastically discounted. So $22 right now for an oracle card reading and $35 for a remote healing session. If you're interested, just shoot me a message, or you can shoot us a message on Oracles of the Light and we can get that scheduled and set up for you. So with that said, this is more of that generalized overview, if you will, for the week. It's not personal, although it will resonate with everyone exactly how it needs to. Hi, Jessie. Welcome. Hannah. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So in the beginning of the readings, I always like to talk about news and announcements first, just to kind of let you know anything that might be going on here at Magical Me or with my sister business, Oracles of the Light. So as you heard of the discounts we currently have, we also have a one-time reading special that we are doing. Kind of like to do, we go at themes all the time of what kind of comes forward. And oracles are still offering throughout the end of May flower readings. And what that is, it's really connecting. First of all, it helps you to begin to awaken that interconnectedness, that everything is connected, that flowers, animals, the universe sends us signs and messages through everything. Flowers are wonderful healers. They are healers. Not only can you use them medicinally, can you use them aesthetically, but you can also use them for healing of the soul. Flowers are incredibly beautiful energy. Those of you who tuned in maybe last week on my other page, Evolving into the Cosmic Heart with Rachel Goodwin, we talked about the power of the lilac flower that came forward. So I love working with the energy of flowers. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Robin. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Hey, Jake. Welcome. So the flower reading helps you understand what flower is personally stepping forward to connect with you at this time for what you specifically need at this precise moment. And then we give you the guidance as to why the flower wants to assist you, what it's assisting you with, and how you can work with it. Those readings are only $22 at this time. So again, if you are interested, just send us a message either here or on Oracles of the Light, only until the end of May. Okay. Oh, you know what, Dawn? I was afraid I wasn't going to make it either. So yeah, it's been an interesting hour. So welcome, and I'm glad you made it. And hello, Lindsay, as well. Hey, Fred. Hi, Danielle. Welcome. So Oracles also is hosting an online spiritual development circle every month. We're doing this now. We started it last month, and now we're doing it again this month. And the next one is going to be online on Zoom, live at 7 p.m. Friday, the 22nd. So if you want to participate and you can't be live and you don't know how to work with Zoom, or you just don't want to, we are recording them for anybody who is interested. You still have to sign up in advance because it will only be available up until that day. So then the replay will be available and will be sent out to everybody who signed up that couldn't tune in live. And it gets sent out as well to anybody who, even if you tune in live and you came in late. So we still do make it available. It's only $10. Not $10 per person, $10 per household. So if you have like a husband and a wife, or, a partner that you want to watch with and join with, maybe you have a teenage or a young adult child that wants to participate, $10 one-time fee each month that you join. So you kind of pay as you go. It's not something that you have to subscribe to. Last month, we worked with helping people develop connecting with the energy of their chakras and how to work with visualizing during meditation to connect with the chakras, and also the different ways that you can connect with energy, not just through visualizing. And it helped show them to locate what chakras were most in need of attention at this time, where they might be currently experiencing some energy blocks. So this month, what we're doing is we're actually helping people connect with their power animals. Not only how to connect with them, but to understand the difference between power animals, totem animals, and spirit animals, and then what the power animals specifically connect and come in for, which is oh so important right now. It's been a theme, I'd say, for like the last month, that the power animals just keep showing up, and they're like, pay attention to me, work with me, and not only just me, but like it's like a theme, like we're supposed to bring this up, we're supposed to help other people work with it, because when you understand why the power animal, or what the power animal helps you with, during times like this that we're going through is the times when we need them the most. So for $10, you learn how to do that, how to connect with them, and the difference between, so that you can take this information with you everywhere you go. This is what we do in our online spirit circle, is help everyone discover the tools available to them within their everyday life, and then learn how to use them in their everyday life. So simple tools such as meditation, connecting more with your higher self. It's very, again, like I said, this month we're doing the power animals. Next month it could be angel guides, or whatever else spirit shows us the collective most needs at this time. So if you're interested, there is an event that has been created on Oracles of the Light and Magical Me. You should see it say Spiritual Development Circle. Check that out. The information to register and sign up is there. After Friday morning, we probably will stop because we have to send out, Friday morning, we'll be sending out like an email with the Zoom link to join and any of the other information. So it'll make it difficult. So if you're going to sign up, I do suggest that you do so by Thursday evening at the latest, if possible, earliest Friday morning. This way, it doesn't make it difficult for us at the last moment to try to run around and get everything out to those that still are going to be participating. All right. So that's this Friday, the 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and replay available for those that can't be live. Hi, Heather. Hi, I'm at work. I'm hopping on now to say hi, and I'll have to catch the replay. Well, thank you for popping on to say hi. I do appreciate that, and I'm glad that you were able to enjoy the rest of your evening at work, my dear. Also, Friday the 22nd, in the morning, it'll be 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I know it's really early, but that's because my lovely partner in light, Rachel Goodwin, who I work with on evolving into the cosmic heart, the two of us have come together. We every Monday around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central European Time. There is a time difference there, you see. So she is in Denmark and I am in the United States here in New Jersey. And so we try to compensate with those massive gaps in time. Every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we go live on the Cosmic Heart page and we do like a podcast. So we kind of just talk about spiritual things that come up, things that may be a theme that's going on, and we provide tools to assist everybody in understanding these energies that are coming in. And then we also have a private group that for the month of May, it's free. After May, it's going to be a $22 a month membership fee, through Patreon. And we provide channelings. She channels Ascended Master Sarah. I receive very random channelings, I guess you could say. Last month, or this month I should say, I actually received a channeled message from Yeshua and the dolphin energy. And it's all about these current energies that we're experiencing, what we need to know about them, and how we can work with them. I also channel symbols and sigils that come forward as energetic tools and ascension tools to assist us. So we share those in the group. We also provide a platform in that group for others to come and share something that they do, something that their passion is and what they might be receiving. I think one woman shared her beautiful artwork and painting that came through randomly after one of our discussions we had. And then the lovely Meredith Moore has shared some channeled or divinely guided card messages that came through working with the energy of Kuan Yin. And so it's just developing. We're just starting it. But we're actually going to be launching a contest starting tomorrow. We'll be launching this contest. It'll run for 3 days. And it's going to be, all you have to do is basically comment on it, share information regarding how you experience it so far, how you enjoy it, and what you would like to see more of. And if you feel so inclined to do so, share the page. You don't have to, but if you choose to, we would be grateful for that, and we do appreciate that. But the winner will be announced in 3 days, and you will be, your prize is a 2-month free membership to that private group. So you'll be able to be in there up until actually through, June and July. So you'll be in there until August. So this Friday in that private group, it's called Evolving into the Cosmic Heart group. The page is Evolving into the Cosmic Heart. If you're interested, you can go over, find that group, and just go ahead and request to join, and you will be added. And on Friday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, both Rachel and myself will be coming together to share a very powerful transmission that will assist in these energies and what we are experiencing. Today we discussed a whole lot of topics about what's going on energetically this week. So I'm not going to do that too much here today, just so that I can get into the Oracle message. But go on over. Actually, I think I shared it on Magical Me here today. It's a whole discussion that we had talking about this portal that opened with the Pleiadian energy, and we shared a beautiful caring healing that we sent out like love and light to people who are currently struggling mentally and emotionally right now with these challenges we're all facing. And there's lots of information on there. Rachel actually channeled Ascended Master Sarah and brought forth a message. So there's a lot. So check it on out. It's on my page. Again, you'll see the replay there from earlier today. And it's also on our page if you want to go over and look for it there. So again, you do have to be in that private group to be able to see or even participate in the live that we'll be doing Friday morning, the 22nd, 9 a.m. Okay. Hi, Allie. Hi, Jerry. Welcome. I think I covered everything. That is it as of now. I'm sure there'll be more coming before the beginning of June. So for right now, I'm not going to do too much of an energy forecast just because I did talk about some of the energy forecast on the Cosmic Heart today. So if you want to hear that, go over and check it out. But I did talk about the fact that Friday, when we're doing that powerful transmission, I'm going to be channeling light language. She will be channeling a message and possibly some song to anchor those energies of the light code that comes through my light language. So we'll see. We're kind of leaving it a little open to see what just flows through us. But that day is not only the new moon in Gemini, but it's also a powerful energy gateway day of 5/22/22. So we are also in the midst of this Pleiadian portal that's opened until the 24th. So again, there's so much going on. You definitely want to check it out. Jump on it and take advantage of it while it's free. And then you can decide if you would like to stay on after that. All right. Hi, Gina. Welcome. So yes, Friday, new moon in Gemini, all about communication, planting new seeds with all new moons. So opportunities to see how you can do things differently, how you can start fresh, begin again. This is the week to really reflect on that, because we are in that decreasing energy of a waning moon. And so now we are beginning to slowly decrease as the moon descends into its metaphoric death at the dark moon, which is about Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are. So the dark moon is that time of literally like no light. It is the end of the moon's phase for the month, and it's preparing to be reborn. So while we are in this week of preparation to prepare for our rebirths on Friday, what is it that you could be reflecting on at this time? What is it that's coming up for release? I did mention that Gemini new moon is bringing about some of this communication stuff, opportunities to communicate consciously, compassionately, and to also resolve any disputes that are karmic patterns or cyclical patterns that have constantly played out, coming back up to kind of clear them, if you will. Doesn't mean that you have to even reach out and connect with the people or the situation that's a dispute, because it could be a situation, not a person. It doesn't mean that you have to actually reach out and connect with them, although that will be your calling if you choose to do so. You'll know that. But it could just be something that you bring some resolution to within yourself. And it's about making those resolutions to be born again with the new moon energy, to not carry those with you going forward into the new cycles. And so that means maybe it could just be a matter of saying, I release the situation. I no longer carry the wounds, resentment, discord that it brought. And I send love to that person, to their situation, to our situation, that it may be resolved pleasantly and amicably for both parts. Now, you can do that energetically. It's not something you actually have to reach out and connect with or connect with them to do. So, but again, if you choose to do that, that is something that you can also do to kind of try to do your best to make a peace with that situation itself. So it's really about, and we talked a lot about how the theme that's been coming up is really assisting us to move together collectively, to start to end up coming together in that unity, and coming together as one, working together as one. And solidarity was a big word that I received during that. So definitely want to go over there and check out that live that we did today on Cosmic Heart, because it was a good one. All right. Hi, Jill. Hey, Gina. I think I said hi to you already, but I'm not sure. But hi again if I didn't. All right. With that said, the week before, this week that we're in, because we're building up to the new moon, or waning down to the new moon, go within, take some time, reflect, really analyze, look at what's coming up right now, emotionally, mental triggers, thought processes, situations that just seem like conflicting. I know there's a lot of people that are starting to be called back to work, and I hear a lot of people saying, like, I don't want to go back to that. Really? Well, maybe this isolation has served as your time to recognize that the current, maybe the current work that you're doing is no longer in alignment with who you are, your authentic truth, your dreams, your aspirations. This is something that we're meant to start looking into. So I'm not telling people to go out there and quit their jobs, but I'm telling you to do what comes to you, to honor you and your time, your energy, and your voice. All right? Yeah, I'm glad you got to make it too, Jill. No coincidences, my dear, so maybe there's something here for you. Hey, Meredith and Laura. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. I did the announcements, and I just did a little bit, a touch on the energy forecast. And for everything else, you can catch it back on replay, but you can also go over to the Cosmic Heart if you didn't catch that live today and see a little bit more in-depth energy forecast that I spoke of. Okay. I'm about ready to get into the Oracle message. And with all of this moon talk, it isn't a wonder why I was guided to work with the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Okay. I haven't worked with this one in a while, have I? Hey, Sav. Welcome. Thanks for popping in. You tell that lovely sister of mine I said hello and I miss her face, and give the kids kisses for me. Okay. Meredith says, I've been checking in for you, and then realized I missed the intro. Oh, I am sorry. Yeah, I talked about what kept me from being here on time today, and it was, ugh. So I won't go back into it again, but it's there on replay. You didn't miss too much. So, hi, Liz. Welcome, sweetie. Thank you for being here. All right. So before I pull a card, just because of, all of the energy, I really do like to, I've been feeling myself get guided to do this a lot lately, and just kind of like, let's bring our energy in, and let's just take a nice deep breath in through our nose and just start to open this space of peace, harmony, grounded, and clarity. All right. So just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And release. Just feeling all of the stress in your body, tension, all thought, just fall away this time. Unclench your jaw. Relax your shoulders, your spine. Let's take another deep breath in. And release. All right, as you hear Anubis in the background making a ruckus. There's such good timing for me after shutting down the work PC. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Perfect. All right. So, all right, Spirit. What guidance do you have for the world as a collective's highest and greatest good for the week of May 18th, 2020? Okay. Yes. So we kind of just touched on this, and I did touch on this earlier on the Cosmic Heart. Hey, Tracy. Welcome, hun. You just made it. Perfect timing. Oh, good, Laura. So let's talk about the number first. it's a 40. And 40 essentially breaks down to be a number 4. I talked about the number 4 today as well. Because Friday breaks down, that powerful new moon that's coming. Friday breaks down to be a 4, if you think about it. So the 5, 22, and then the 22, all together, add them, it ends up breaking down to be a 4. 4 is the number of boundaries. It's the number of our foundations, what we build our life on, structure, stability. It's also the number to me of direction. Did you think about the four directions? 4 elements, even though there's really 5. But, so it's really about that, that in which we build our life on, our structure, and again, as I said, direction. And if you listen to the Cosmic Heart, I do talk about how our direction is shifting. So that to me is a good thing. But so this is going to have to do a little bit. I also see number 4 with like the 4 walls of our life, those main 4 things like self, home, family, career. I always kind of see all that there. So the card, long night moon, darkness. So what does that mean? It means the dark moon. That's pretty much what it means. This is like when you see like an eclipse, or when you see like the solstice energy, and I believe specifically more like the winter solstice, because it's said to be like the longest night of the year. So that's what's called long night moon. And so it's telling us like this time of this long period of darkness, but then you add that number 4, and I feel like it's telling us like, this is like, I almost want to say that I hear like it's going to be a very long week, but I don't want to say that in a way that makes you all go into this state of dread or panic or like, oh no. I feel like it's necessary, because it's like time is an illusion, and it's making, how you ever see like today just flew, like where'd the time go? Or, oh my God, the day just dragged. It's been so long. I felt like it would never end. That's one of those moments that I'm talking about. It is, because time is really an illusion. So it's like this magical epiphany moment, or not epiphany moment, this magical like illusory moment where time stands still. The reason that it stands still, I feel, is because I'm feeling like it gives us the opportunity to wrap up all those loose ends, to get the last of the grit and the old structure there that wasn't serving us anymore, to kind of wrap it up, get it cleared out, and get rid of it. So it's kind of like it's making time, it's expanding time for us, if that makes sense. So I knew you would say that, Karen. And I didn't see you pop in, so welcome, Karen. Hi, Noreen. Happy Moon Day. Oh, divine timing, sweetheart. Hi, Katrina. Yeah. So I feel like what's happening is it's going to be a long week, but because there's some thorough completion coming up, that is perfect for the phase of the moon that we find ourselves in. Not only that, we're not just wrapping up the end of a moon cycle here. We are wrapping up 1 month of a zodiac cycle here, because we're ending Taurus on the 20th. The sun actually is going to be moving into Gemini. So also, if you go on to the Cosmic Heart live discussion today, when I talk about Pleiades, I talk about something pivotal that's happening on the 20th as well within the Pleiade constellation, and the brightest star that I'm not going to try to say it again, because I'll just sound ridiculous trying to say it, so I'm not going to. But it's a magical week. It might feel a little heavy, I'm not going to lie, all right? I'm not sugarcoating here. But I want you to look at the bright side of why this is happening, why these things are going on. This is a week to give us the expansiveness of darkness. Because what happens when we go into the dark? Magic happens when we go into the dark. Only through going into the darkness can full, true healing occur. And as a Scorpio, look, I got my Scorpio candle going today. I had my Scorpio mug. Look, I was feeling I'm wearing black today. I'm all about it. Shadow work is where I excel. And what that means is I am comfortable in not many people are, and that's okay. But I'm here to help you understand that dealing with those dark wounds is important. All right? Yes, Bree, you just said it. Yep. Look at that. It is. It's like Scorpio energy. Meredith is Scorpio. Is something going on with Scorpio too? Because it feels like it. But I'm here to help you understand that it's okay to go to those places. It's important, actually. It's essential to go to those places. Hi, Rosemaria. Welcome, beautiful. So I'm just talking about the Moonday message, and I just pulled it up so you know what I'm saying. It is the long night moon, and it is darkness with a number 4. And I talked about how it feels like this week might be a very lengthy one. Could even possibly be a little heavy. But this is because it's almost like the higher-ups are giving us this illusionary time lapse, making it longer and stretching it out so we can hurry up and get the last of this stuff gone, dealt with, healed, overcome, recognized, whatever it is that we need to be able to move and transcend patterns and cycles or occurrences or situations that are no longer in alignment with where we're going. Then you have that 4, which is all about the direction, the stability, the shifting. And that's what I feel like. It's shifting our foundation this week. It's shifting. I feel like we're kind of like going this way and this shifts us this way, you know? So it's really like taking us and like put you this way. Now you're facing this direction. But in order for that to happen, there has to be action and, what's the word? You know, when you are putting your steps forward, you know, you've got to put some sort of energy into those actions, which is taking care of these things that might be coming up right now. So for example, if you feel like yourself going back into an old pattern where something came back up again, you thought you'd done and you dealt with this, it's showing you, here you go. This is still hanging out here. This is how you resolve this. Because again, with that new moon, Gemini communication, it did feel like there was some dispute energy that was needing, for once and for all, some, you know, we clear this. I give you a pass, you give me a pass. Let's just move on beyond this. I send you love. Happy blessings with your life. Happy blessings to me. Done deal. I'm no longer carrying this anymore. All right. But I don't think it's just that. I do think that it's when we are in a dark moon energy and a decreasing, waning energy, it is about letting go, relinquishing, releasing. You think about comparing the moon to the cycle of the ending of, you know, like the end of life here. And you start to think about all those things that you've just got hanging around and, you know, you can't take them with you when you go. So what do? You start cleaning out your house. You start giving things away. You start putting your finances in order. You start, you know, taking care of things. You know, so lots of people tend to make amends when they know they're coming to the end of their life. They start to want to make amends with situations and people. Also, this is a time where we are no longer guided. Remember last week we talked about how it was all about being natural, organic, and only honoring, or not honoring, but only coming into alignment and working with the energy of those things that only are authentic to us now, only are in alignment with who we are and what we want and where we want to go or who we want to be. So it's about now taking stock of all of those things that you just have hanging about, cluttering up your space, cluttering up your emotional body, your energy body, and seeing what you just don't have use for anymore. That could be physical things in your home. That could be a new home. That could be your job. That could be emotions, baggage that you're holding on to. You just keep carrying it with you, bringing it on with you, and it's just weighing you down and keeping you stuck. Remember, you got to be able to move. You got to be able to be turned easily into that direction. It's not going to be easy if you're carrying all this weight with you, you see. So long night moon. Dealing with that shadowy stuff, making the tough calls, dealing with those decisions that need to be made, coming to that place of recognition where you're just like, yep, it's time to face that. It's time to accept. It's time to acknowledge, and it's time to move on. Whatever that might be for you. All right? So, it's not bad. I just want you to understand that dark does not equal bad. Am I one of the only people on earth that's like, dark is magic? I'm like, yes, because I know that's where the deep healing occurs. Because I know, just like the symbolic journey that Venus is making these last 8 years, rising up through the 8 chambers, coming back down, making her descent through the 8 chambers into the chamber of death and darkness. She goes to that period of retrograde, which we're in, and that period, this is the pause before rebirth. So I know that when we go into the darkness and those depths and really kind of have that metaphoric death and, relinquishing of all not in alignment anymore, it frees us to be weightless, to be limitless, and we can rise up when it's time to ascend for rebirth now and into this whole new place, energetically, vibrationally, mentally, emotionally, and that opens the door to physically a new coming into your life that way. It's all a domino effect, my friends. So the work internally, the work externally opens up the doors for what is meant for you, what is now in vibrational alignment with the new you. Because I'm going to tell you that the majority of you are no longer on the same timeline with the things that you once were. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to everybody. I'm rather excited about it. I'll let you know next Monday, though, if I'm still very excited about it. But it does, honestly, from everything that I've been receiving, from the channeled messages, from the conversations, and the information that I've been talking about on the Cosmic Heart, everything seems like it's preparing us for greatness. It's preparing us for the alignment of our true potentiality, really embracing love in a way that we never have before. So I feel this is all good, my friends. It's just how well you can deal with this, how well you can do this, and remember why you're doing it versus get swept up into the undercurrent of the emotions connected to it. Lots of people also block themselves by attachment to outcome. Just got to kind of like surrender that. Just let go. Okay. I know it's not easy though. All right. All right, let me see what comments I'm missing here. I see you all talking. I see Scorpio's messages mentioned, and like, what's going on? Oh, there was quite a bit. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Katrina says, just found out I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. Definitely with you on the comfortable in the darkness. Not all Scorpio I know are, though. Yeah, I'm sure Meredith probably chimed in about this, but depends on where their Scorpio is in their chart and how much Scorpio they have in their chart, and not just that, but the planets and whatnot also. I think Pluto is a really big one in my chart, and Pluto is like the furthest planet from the light. So I'm comfortable with it. But I love the light, you see. But I can only truly appreciate the light and know the light because I know the dark. See what I'm saying? Okay. Laura says, can it just be less painful? Oh, sister, I'm with you. I know. I wish. And I think every woman who has ever gone through childbirth can be there with you to say that birth is painful. Yet we keep signing up to do it, and what we're bringing forward is just, it makes it all worth it. But couldn't it just be less painful? Rebirth is painful, my dear, but beautiful, beautiful, and so liberating. A word that I have kept seeing this last couple of days is the word freedom. And so I think this is why all of this is occurring, for liberation, for your freedom. Okay. Meredith says, Scorpio is about meaning and purpose driven. It's got to be deep. Not everyone is ready to go there or ready to experience someone there. Yeah, absolutely. It isn't, it's not easy. And many people, shy away from it, because some people don't even like to have conversations with that sort of a depth, because it just makes them uncomfortable. And that's unfortunate. But I feel like whether we're comfortable or not, the universe doesn't really care at this time. I feel like we're a collective. It's one. It's all or nothing. So we're unfortunately all being brought through the birth canal. It's a really difficult journey, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. 3 in Scorpio, 2, 5 in Sagittarius. My sun in Neptune. Laura Scott, all deep breaths, love, hang in there, call in some extra protective energies, might be something to work with. Yeah, I agree there. I think I talked about it. Where did I talk about it? I thought I talked about it here, but maybe it was the Cosmic Hearts private group. One of the ways to help, because it doesn't help when we have all of the, lots of us are tapping into the collective energies too. So even if it's not yours, even if what you're experiencing, you're going through something, it can magnify it, amplify it when you are also feeling and connected to all of the collective energy. Because think about how many people are feeling things, are upset, are stressed, are scared. So that doesn't help. So the best thing that I suggest to everyone is, if you understand how to work with the violet flame, please do so. I don't think I'm going to have time for it tonight, but maybe next week I can help bring in some energy. I'll try to allow for some extra time since I was delayed today getting here. Allow for some extra time. Maybe we'll all work with the violet flame energy together. But also, in the meantime, Mother Nature is one of the best healing tools there are. So getting outside, spending a good amount of time, I would say at least 30 minutes if you can, just sitting and being still in nature. Grab a book. You're going to grab your phone and stuff. You're going to check it on Facebook. Fine, go ahead. Although I would encourage you to leave the electromagnetic frequencies behind. But being out in nature, if you can give yourself that 30 minutes, just tune in to the frequencies of like the trees around you. You don't have to understand anything, know anything. Just do that. Just like, I'm here, I'm opening to you, I'm aware of your presence, and I'm connecting with you. It opens that space for your energy to start to be stabilized, neutralizing those conflicting energies. Anubis is really upset about something. I apologize about that. But it's funny because his name is Anubis, which is the Egyptian god of the underworld. Only me named my dog after the Egyptian god of the underworld. So speaking of all of this underworld energy, this darkness, Anubis is really not happy with whatever's going on outside that he sees. Getting outside, bringing that energy down. Let's see what mudra comes forward this week too, because that's probably going to be a really big help with us. All right. But yeah, definitely the protection, Laura. You know how to work with your protection. You're not a stranger to that. So do what you can as often as you can. Clearing toxins with salt baths. If you don't have a bathtub, you can make a little Himalayan salt sachet and hang it from your shower head and just have that, run down. And just envision, even if you don't have salt, anybody can just envision the water being a very purifying stream of source energy and light, and see it coming through and just purifying your aura, purifying your chakras, and just see it move down into, and all of the as it comes down, it's pushing out all of like the heaviness, the sludge, this stuck energy, and envision that going down into the drain. So these things do really help. So as much as you can possibly do. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome, beautiful. Thanks for being here. The card, you can catch the rest back on replay, but the card was the long night moon, darkness. So I talked about how it was a week that is going to facilitate us really dealing with all of the last of the stuff that's coming up, so we can change direction with the number 4 for the following week. Okay. Definitely not alone. I keep telling people who say, I don't want you hurting, that there is nothing scary about that pain. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for people to understand that. And I get that. And it's like a consciousness thing. You know, when you're not on that consciousness, when you're not on that wavelength, you don't even understand the meaning of that. But I get you. And I actually have received messages that said, instead of us, because what's the first thing that we do when we experience pain? You get a headache. What do? You go suppress it right away, right? You run and you get a Tylenol or an Advil, or, you get a stomachache. What do? You immediately go and try to take something to make the pain go away. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but sometimes these are physical symptoms from a metaphysical release and clearing, right? Not all the time. So I don't want you to, obviously use your common sense. But one message that I receive quite frequently about pain is that, especially when you do feminine wound healing, the message that I received was to fully release something, you do have to fully experience the pain of it. You have to allow it versus fighting your pain, versus resisting it. Allowing it to happen and to move through your body and allow it to be released. Now, obviously, this isn't for every circumstance. If you've got something serious going on, then you need to see a doctor. And I want you to use your common sense in knowing the difference. But for example, I did a powerful meditation the other night. And after I did the meditation, there really wasn't supposed to be, I didn't know that there was going to be anything healing in the meditation. I guess I thought I was just doing like a journey. And when I did the meditation, I pulled cards afterwards because I had powerful visions. And I pulled the cards just to kind of give me a clarifying picture of what I was seeing. And I immediately saw the first card was solar plexus. And then like one of the second cards was like the archangels. And it was like, healing is occurring, divine healing is occurring or something. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Not with what I saw. I saw angels. But I was like, I don't understand. And then bam, it was like, hold on, Jamie, because you're in the midst of a healing and we want you to know this in advance, but you're having some solar plexus work done. Sure enough, I went into instant excruciating pain in my stomach. And at first, I was like, okay, I can just kind of get through this. I don't need to take anything. I just got to figure out what happened. Like, where did this come from? And then I remembered, the message. It was like, okay, they were giving me the heads up, like, this is going to hurt. You're having some serious healing happen. And things were being removed. So I just want you to know that in advance. It wasn't like your average healing. Like, I was actually having, like, old cords and things removed. And after a little while of the pain, I thought, okay, I need to just ensure that this is not harming me in any way. So, of course, I sat down and I connected and I asked. Sure enough, the messages that came through were, breathe through the pain, allow the pain, and it will be released. This is how you release. You just have to move through it. You can't resist it. You're struggling against it. And then it was gone. So I know we don't understand, and it is a really difficult concept to grasp. It's like grieving. You wouldn't tell someone to not feel the pain, would you? You wouldn't tell them to just pretend the pain's not there, or to just, that the pain part of it shouldn't be there. How could you? I mean, it's not even possible, the pain is there. And how do we help them heal through that? Is by allowing them to grieve for as long as they need feel that pain as long as they need. Well, that's what happens, and that's what's happening. And actually, what we're experiencing right now with the ending and the collapsing of a paradigm, of a structure, yeah, we're grieving. Even though it's not serving us, it doesn't mean we're not grieving it. Mother Earth is grieving it too. But once our pain is done, once it's gone, once the grieving is done, what is going to be laying before us now? A whole new path ahead. We pick ourselves up and we look at the sunshine and we find the blessings and we follow the light. See? So there is a healing in pain, and there is a rebirth and journey through the end of it. All right. Hope that makes sense to everybody. Meredith says, darkness and shadow are so stigmatized and taboo, but they're just another frequency that's part of who we are. Yes, perfectly said. Yeah, we are darkness. We are. There's a polarity with everything. You cannot have light without dark. You cannot have day without night. You can't have male without female. You can't have pain without joy. You see, there's polarity in everything. Meredith says, I've had such an interesting twist today in my own favor. No change in the way things are, but changes in the way that I am receiving things. My experience of these things. That's wonderful. And I think that's a really great message for people, that when we're going through these things, possibly even this week, you can't control the circumstances and how they play out, but you can control the way that you perceive them. You can change and control the way that you respond to them, moving through them, breathing through them. Okay? Hey, Lindsay, welcome. Kathleen says, when our whole planetary system is moved into a place in the universe has never been, the energy is different for all. When our whole planetary system is moved into a place in the universe, it has never been, the energy is different for all. Yeah, absolutely. Scorpio rising plus Pluto first house placement. Yeah. Hi, Bridge. Welcome, love. You definitely can catch back the replay. It was an interesting discussion this evening. Meredith says, Venus in Scorpio has been interesting in my life, but all relationships have had so much purpose and intention. It's intense and yes, all or nothing. All the planets, all the stars feel it too. Yeah, I love that, Kathleen. Thank you. Yeah. Bridge says, is the violet flame Saint Germain? Yes, amongst some others. Saint Germain is said to be the master of the violet flame. But there are archangels of that violet flame as well, which are Archangel Zadkiel, Holy Amethyst. Lady Portia is believed to be Saint Germain's twin flame, so she also works and embodies that energy. Saint Germain is said to be who brought it to earth. Kuan Yin also works with the energy of the violet flame. It's alchemy, it's mercy, it's compassion, it's transmutation, it's love. But Ascended Master Sarah also has another vibration of the violet flame. And Rachel Goodwin does teach that. I am an initiate of Ascended Master Sarah's Order of the Violet Flame. So it's slightly different, but it's still the same energy, but working with it is different, if that makes sense. So definitely check out Rachel Goodwin's classes that she offers on the Violet Flame with Ascended Master Sarah. Yeah, so it's even the Violet Flame is evolving, isn't it? It's just amazing. Laura went outside in the woods, felt so much better. I go out to the woods to sing. Oh, good for you. That's great. That's wonderful. Singing, getting that is your creative expression, my dear. And that is therapeutic as well. It's how you are able to transmute the energy. It's like dancing away. Dancing away your worries is another way to transmute. So singing as well. Love that. Hey, Belle. Just saw you popped in. Speaking of singing, my daughter sings the same. She does that. That's how she, I think, when she's just, had a day, she sings all the time. So, Anubis is connecting with nature. Yeah, because Anubis is connecting with us. It's all bad. I'm dealing with that right now. Hi, Lynette. Hi, Bobby. Welcome, ladies. Tammy, welcome. The violet flame above all others is both male and female, so the twin sister or twin soul has to be both of them. Yep, absolutely. And what I love about Ascended Master Sarah is she represents integration of the masculine and the feminine. She is the integration. She is the oneness. So yeah, like I said, it's almost like another layer aspect. You know, as we ascend and we rise, we tap into different energy and vibration that's out there, different tools that become available to us, different energies that can become available to us. And we have 11 viewers, which to me is also the number of integration and balance. So I really love that. And that's Ascended Master Sarah behind me, if you can see her, but painted by the beautiful Cheryl Yambrick Rose. All right. Thank you, everybody, for all the comments. I love this. I love this co-creative conversation we're having here. Let's get into that mudra and see what we can call on for help this week if we need it. Not that we will. This is a liberating experience. This is wonderful. Okay? Let's go with that perspective. So what are mudras? So mudras are a powerful, energetic tool that can be used to facilitate the removal of blockage energetically and alleviate physical blockage and ailments and issues. And it does work with our chakras, our energy centers. So you're using, you create mudras are actually hand symbols or gestures. Let's not get carried away, everybody. Okay. Gestures that you can use or create with your hands that have palm chakras. Fingers are connected to the elements and they act as triggers. So using them together, forming them, there are hundreds of them, by the way, all right, combined with your intention, with channeling energy and breathing, it allows you to channel this energy into your energy centers known as your chakras, which are connected to different parts of your four bodies in your energy body, your four layers, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. And so working with one mudra can facilitate clearing and removal of blockage on all of those four layers, which can then eventually it trickles down from the higher layers, it comes down onto the physical body. So the same way that we can clear it is the same way that we attract it. So if something is on your emotional or your mental body and you're not dealing with it, it can eventually become a physical illness or ailment. So working with mudras can assist in clearing the block at the causal layer, at the root, and then can help to alleviate the physical, all right? Also, it works with expansion of consciousness, awareness of your energy body and of your light body, all right? So they're very powerful. One mudra can work with all of the chakras at once as well. It just depends on the mudra that comes out, all right? So I'll give you more information on that mudra when we pull it. I work with a deck called Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body. This one is by Allison D. Nicola, and she does have two of these decks. The other one is connected to the elements. And so working with the mudra is really going to give us that ability to take the situation into our own hands, okay, literally. And it's going to allow us to facilitate the healing or the growth or the expansion that needs to occur that can benefit us. It does tend to work in alignment with the oracle message that came forward, all right? So these are very powerful. The word mudra actually, it means, or translates, I should say, to seal, like an energy seal that acts as an activation trigger. And the word is Sanskrit. These have been being used for thousands of years. Again, Hinduism, ancient Tibetan monks, still very widely used today, especially in yoga, Kundalini yoga. They're very powerful. So powerful that some of them do come with a caution, just because we talked about how it can create that element of, I almost want to call it like fire. literally like energetic fire moving through your meridians, moving through your energy centers, through your, your hara line here, and it helps to clear out those centers, and it can overstimulate. So if you have some issues, let's say on a certain area, and the mudra that we pull links to that area, it can overstimulate it and cause a bit of irritation. If there is a caution, I will let you know that in advance so that you can choose whether or not you want to use it, all right? Oh, Meredith, you're such a sweetheart. I love you too. Kathleen says, I just had a thought. So fingers and mudras are the circuits to channel the current. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah, because the trigger, they're the trigger, and then the palms, I'm like smacking my hands together here. The palms are the actual chakra feeding the energy. If that makes sense. So, and we do these all the time. We don't even know it, but these are like subliminally stored within our cellular memory because we have used them. We use them unknowingly all the time, but we have used them in other lifetimes. Okay. All right. So let's see what mudra comes forward, and then I'll talk about it, and then we will do it together if you choose, and then I'll post it on my page. You can save it to your device, and you can work with it all week long to assist. Okay? Yeah, I know. Comes to us at the most clever of times, doesn't it? All right. What mudra comes forward to assist us as a collective this week of May 18th, 2020 for what we most need? I almost don't know, is this comical or it's breath? And I almost read it as breathe. Like, you're just going to need to breathe this week. Just deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths in and out. We talked about it, didn't we? I was like, just breathe through it, right? Oh, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's the Brahmara mudra. All right. It's going to help, all right? Because it assists with ease. Boundaries. We talked about that. Yep. And part of making some serious changes is through the asserting and the recognition, implementing of your own boundaries. Absolutely. And immunity. That's great. Especially for what this whole COVID-19 immune system could always benefit for some love, right? It relieves allergies and nasal congestion, assists immune system, opens and directs the breath to the head and sinuses, which is also very important for right now with all the new flowers in bloom. So it's obviously connected as this color blue here. It's letting us know that it is connected to the third eye chakra, but not limited to, okay? So we can do this together, all right? So this one doesn't look too complicated. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring the tip of the index fingers to touch the base of the thumb, so at the base, all right? Then you're going to touch the tip of the thumb to the top of the middle finger. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'll say it again. Take your index finger, touch it to the base of your thumb, take your thumb, touch it to the tip of your middle finger. Okay? Allow all of the other fingers to extend outward, which you already know my story with my one finger. It does whatever it wants to do. And rest the back of the hands on the top of the thighs, palms facing up. Okay? So do it with this one. So make sure you're doing both fingers, okay? These are supposed to be stretched out straight. And then palms facing up. Straighten your spine. I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath in through your nose and close your eyes. And release. blowing the breath out of your mouth. And there are no cautions. I do apologize. I should have said that. There are no cautions. Everybody is okay to work with this. Again, nice deep breath in through your nose. Release. Again, breathe in. And release. Again, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Release. Do this 2 more times. Deep breath in. And release. Last one. Nice deep breath in. And release. And you can repeat. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. And so it is. And you can open your eyes. Okay. Hi, Lori. Thanks for trying to tune in, love. Everything will be available for you on replay, as you kind of popped in there at the end of the mudra. But thank you for popping in. All right, everybody. So that is the Moonday message for the week. I do hope that it assists you as we move through the energy. Again, remember, knowledge is power, and all of this is happening to assist you. You can absolutely shift in the way that you are seeing something, and it will absolutely help the way that you can move through it, all right, by kind of looking at it from a brighter side, seeing the bigger picture, zooming out of it. It's very easy when situations happen or come up for us to fall into that place of woundedness or ego or victim, and try, after expressing and feeling, zoom out and see the big picture. What role is this playing? What lesson was it teaching? How was it your teacher? Right? And how can you shift forward? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings to all. Much love to you. And I will look forward to seeing you Friday at 9 a.m. if you join the private Cosmic Heart group for this live transmission between Rachel Goodwin and myself. Okay. Mwah.